Do you know how cancer works? Cancer works really interestingly. See, it copies one cell over and over again until it starts copying its own other cells, and then it becomes this big collogic mess of nonsense upon copying each other over and over again. And that's why cancer is so dangerous. It ends up copying cells that have no good genetic material. It starts off copying something good, but then it starts copying itself over and over again, and then cancer becomes a bloated mess. You would assume cancer wouldn't be that dangerous on principle by simply describing it. It's just a rapid copying of cells over and over again. You would think that you would get immortality. As a matter of fact, a Deadpool is commonly phrased as having super cancer in some aspects. That's how his regeneration works, because it just continually regrows his cells over and over again. However, we have a cancer in society that can show you how cancer can be dangerous. You see, I run a Facebook page. I have about 59,000 followers on Facebook. And sometimes when I post a status that's big enough, I'll get a bunch of comments that are the same thing over and over again. Click on this link, click here, click this, wow, blah, 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 a bunch of bots. These bots will then continue to talk and talk and talk and talk, and I'll get a bunch of comments, seemingly engagement. And you would assume everybody would know they're just bots. Don't interact with them. However, few and far between, there are some people that will interact with those bots, and those bots will respond in kind, and they'll have an argument. And have you ever seen one of these bot arguments? You might see it on Twitter, you might see it on Instagram or on Facebook, where they're just arguing with somebody who doesn't exist. Just a constricted numbers of ones and zeros built there for engagement and rage bait. And I was thinking to myself, this is horrifying. And then one day, I witnessed two bots argue with each other. Now, I assumed it was two people at first because they were going for about 50 comments. Until one person came in there, a third person, and said, wow, you guys are crazy. And then, somehow, some way, both the bots had the exact same response to, wow, you guys are crazy. And then the bots started replying to each other ad nauseum the same exact way to their own comments. And it was strange. It was a strange phenomenon that I didn't know. As a matter of fact, I want you to go to Google. Go to Google and type in any search suggestion. Before, it used to do a random quote from Wikipedia to give you the answer, such as, when did the French Revolution end? Or, how to make a banana cheesecake. Nowadays, it gives you an AI overview, which sometimes, for the most part, is actually really good. I do appreciate some of the AI overviews. It does give you a condensed version of what it is. However, sometimes it will pull information from the internet to give you an answer. For instance, if you look up something specific about a video game, for instance, how to get past level 5 in a certain game, or how to find certain material, it'll give you an AI overview, and you'll be a little bit confused because it feels like it came from a Reddit. And it did. It did come from a Reddit. Because the AI is pulling from Reddits and places all over the internet. And that's a problem. You see, this is contributing to what I feel is the internet being dead. The internet's not alive anymore. Back in the day, everybody would have different opinions and it'd be random nonsense and BS and garbage. And every so often you can encounter one of those bots that will try to get you to click on a naughty link to get all your information and hack your IP. That was very random. That was few and far between. However, nowadays it's getting worse. Nowadays, every single advent, every single thing is contributing to the internet not existing anymore. I am all for the advent of AI being pushed forward. I'm all for it gaining more information and becoming strong and doing machine learning and becoming a strong front for the future of mankind and humanity. However, what I'm witnessing is companies taking a tool and immediately bastardizing it, looking at it and saying, oh, I have an idea. What if we use this to manipulate people and make them rage bait to get engagement, to keep them online, to keep them on our website? And that's what's happening. You might even receive some messages saying, I'm here to help you as a social media influencer. I'm here to help you as this. I think you're attractive. I think you're pretty. Click on this link. You might have seen those over and over again. You might even get some spam messages. And you might be used to bots, but they're becoming more lifelike and human. And this contributes to what was called the dead internet theory, where everything is auto-generated content, where there's no real people on the internet and you can't tell, and you don't know anymore because they've become so realistic that they seem like real people. And even if it's a real person, you begin to question it. You begin to doubt it. You don't even trust your own everything. You don't trust anything. Testimony can be faked. Audio can be misconstrued. Our greatest doomsday weapon is slowly becoming ourselves because we are becoming the paranoid schizophrenics we all feared. We don't know what's going on. We're looking around, judging and waiting for that person to be fake. As if one day I'm just going to glitch out of existence and people are going to say, wow, he was fake the entire time. That was good AI generated content. And you may think you're forming a connection with somebody. It may one day be a YouTuber who comes on the scene and you may say to yourself, wow, he's amazing. And you may not be able to tell the voice is auto-generated. And he's a faceless YouTuber because that's becoming a big popular trend nowadays. People want to protect their privacy. Faceless YouTuber. And that may become the biggest issue. I remember when I first discovered the AI VTubers, Neurosama. If you don't know what Neurosama is an AI VTuber that is very entertaining. It's very good content. They usually reply to most to all comments. They're spastically going on about their creator, controls them. Sometimes they can go on for hours and hours and hours just by their own virtue of themselves. And it's really interesting. They even have auto censor filters on some of the streams. It's really, really cool. I enjoy watching that because it shows me that people, even if it's AI, will enjoy the aspect of creation. They'll enjoy it as long as it's entertaining. It doesn't matter where the original source came from. That doesn't matter. A lot of people were angry at people for buying NFTs or doing scam coins, but there is still a strong amount of people that enjoy those because it makes money. There's always going to be opposition to whatever point you have, no matter how just and sound and reasonable you are, and the dead internet theory shows that true in force. And it's scary because you don't know anymore. You don't know how people are. You don't know how they're going to operate. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the future. And this is horrifying because Google can't be trusted. It doesn't work anymore. Google doesn't work anymore. You know what I've been trying to use? Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo. And those search engines suck. There are hundreds upon millions of websites, yet every time you search on Google, you know what happens? You get about 10, 12, maybe 40 results. Google says, I know the best results, so you don't need to go through all these other results. It's eliminating, fine-tuning, and it's very easy to get manipulated by Google. Even if you go to Google Images, right now, search up anything, you're going to get a lot of AI generated content. A lot of it. And you may not be able to tell that it's AI generated. This is horrifying. This is no good. I accidentally used an AI generated thumbnail for my background. I know that I put my face in the front of all my thumbnails, but one time it was AI generated in the background. I didn't even know because I got the images from Google. No one told me. Had no clue. I couldn't tell. I had no clue. I know a lot of people are going to say it's obvious to tell. It's not for me. It's not. It's not for a lot of people, actually. You think you have some fine-tuned eye that can pick apart everything. It's not always easy to tell when something is fake. This world is getting hard to decipher. The internet is dying, and I don't know what to do anymore. I hope that we can move past this and become stronger than this, but I don't know. And I don't think I ever will.